Well, howdy everyone that decided to stick around for part 2. Ooh. Didn't like that thump. Didn't like that thump at all. Are we cool outside? Okay. The outside is worrying me, but I think it's fine. I think it's just... we just gotta get used to one, a constant weird growl on the horizon. Don't love that part either. But there's also the storm overhead. Makes the audioscape very busy and somewhat startling. So I take it I can't make any more copper wire because what does copper wire require? Multiple? It's 2 copper ore for a copper wire. Gotcha. So I've already got lead. It comes as a little bit of a surprise. I don't really know why, though. Just a vague idea that some of these things felt like something that I'd find later rather than sooner, but that doesn't have to be true. So the big thing we need to find sulfur, and we need to find silver. Sulfur will lead to me being able to make my repair gun, and silver will let me get the wiring harness that I'll be able to use to then make the compass. Then I'll start to actually know what direction things are in. It's they pulled a fast one on us, everybody. What they did is they made me walk just far enough and swim just far enough that I completely lost line of sight with the shore I started on. So even though there was a little sea glide chunk there that I very much wanted to scan in order to move forward, I immediately lost track of it. I don't know what direction that was in, and because I don't have a compass, I couldn't keep track of which direction I was going in to get to my habitat. So that creates a bit of a problem for us. Bit of a problem. How's the, is the storm gone?
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Seems like the surface is always in a bad shape. Ooh. But I might be getting lucky here. I might have just gotten just enough clear line of sight now that the storm is gone, even though the storm's coming back immediately. But I might be able to find where I came from. Just when I was just talking about how they made it so I couldn't really find it again. Oh, one of these guys again. You know what? I think I'm wrong. Nah, this doesn't seem to be the shore. And it's through kelp. I don't remember going through a kelp forest on the way in. Because when I did see kelp, that seemed to be the first time I had seen it. Nope, yeah, I can't tell which direction I came from. So that one sea glide fragment I want to go back for. Which is gonna have to wait. I'll have to find other ones. Or one day I'll finally get a decent mental map of the surroundings when I get the ability to tell which direction I'm going in most of the time. Got this ice cave. It's lightning. What? Oh, that was you just eating something. Okay. I thought there was like glowing tendrils coming out of its mouth, but I think that was just it running up to and eating a frozen thing. That's what it does. Come on, man. Things seem chill so far. Ha, get it? Because this is the below zero game. Ha! I crack myself up. Which is like, well, also what'll happen to me when those guys freeze me. I'll be cracked up and disintegrated. I have two conflicting... This is always the case, but I have two conflicting things, incentive-wise. I want to be close to the ground all the time, because that reduces the number of directions I can be attacked from. Makes it easier to process the environment. And also gets rid of the distressing feeling of that something can come at me from below, which is the worst, just the worst feeling. But you gotta go up to breathe. And those two thoughts just compete with each other the whole time you're around here. This place is interesting. It's mostly just a series of these guys, which I need in order to, it's my primary food and water source. I'm kind of surprised that they immediately gave me like an equivalent of like the boba trees or whatever they were called. Which were like a... I relied on them the whole goddamn game once I found them, because it's like, oh, here's a thing that just gives me food and water? In one thing? Even if it's not the most efficient way to get both necessarily, it's just such a clean way to deal with both problems in one consistent way. So right now the one saving grace is that the base, we start off with a base, and that base has a beacon on it. What's up with that? Why is this effect happening when I don't have line of sight with the sun right now? That's a little weird. I'm taking a big risk right now. The lack of air.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Fuck, it's really deep here. Oh my god. I hate this. I'm doing it to myself already, aren't I? Oh, fuck, it's super deep here. I don't love that. I would like to have a vehicle or something. I feel slightly safer in vehicles. And despite going this far out, I haven't necessarily found anything that seemed particularly interesting and like it's gonna rock my world. No sulfur yet. No silver. Ooh. No. 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 We're going back. We're going back.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Okay, we'll go there. No. No. I don't think it saw me. I think it was preoccupied fight. Oh my god, what a fucking dramatic reveal. Jesus. I can't climb out. I can climb out a little bit. Ah. Good old snow. Don't you love snow? I can... I don't know, throw it or something? Let's just decompress for a moment here. So I only saw the Sea Dragon, let's call him Sea Dragon Jr. I only saw him once before. Second time I see someone, the second time I see one of those, some kind of horrible leviathan is taking a bite out of it, and it's so big. I'm going that way. Let's head back. Nothing's more, okay. So, maybe not this one, but some of these vine areas had like caves under them. I'm not even far from my base yet, am I? 300 away. It's a little far, but not that far. What's that? Grav trap. Fun music. That thing was so big, and it looked fast.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen
It
remaining.
looked all sleek and quick-like, and I couldn't really make out what was going on with it. Honestly, yeah, like I actually couldn't really process what I was looking at. It was like an amalgam of different giant creatures you would see. I wasn't sure if I was looking at a squid or a shark or a whale. But it moved fast and it attacked the dragon thing, and that's not a good sign for me. I barely understand how much of a threat the dragon thing is or isn't, and that thing is already kicking its ass. And the dragon thing can probably kick my ass. What? Look at you! Oh, he's so cute. What a stupid thing.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Argentite outcrop. Silver, maybe? Get me out of here! Ugh. Whoa! Not gonna lie, a little afraid that when I launch into the air, that when I look back down, I'll see a mouth that I just am careening towards. My brain just makes up most of the threats for me, honestly. Not very helpful. Maybe a good survival mechanism, except for the that'd be a better point if I hadn't died already. That's the funny thing. It's like people always think like some kind of like Freddy or Jason style murderer is gonna break into your house and get you, but like the real threat is like operating a motor vehicle. Like that, like the boring things get you in real life. Oh. No. Let me scan you first. Rude.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah, I know, but I got a priority. Creature egg. That's not what I expected. Woohoo! Wow, look at all that open area. Okay, so exploring this is not easy. This area is pretty deep. And that guy was a dick. But we know the crash fish from the last game. So that means sulfur's nearby. I think their nests were supposed to have sulfur, but that one didn't.
Warning. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Getting this deep? Ooh, what's that? Somebody making a nest out of the wreckage?
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen
Nope.
remaining.
Nope. Stop. Okay, you're not... Okay. I don't trust things that give me what I want. It's like, oh, you give me oxygen? Yeah? Do you also, like, consume me whole when I fly into it? But... seems like we're okay this time. Where'd the ore go that I just saw?
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Okay, we have silver. Boyo! Oh my god. That thing covers ground. Honestly, I don't remember this trinket. I don't know if it's because I underutilized it last game, or if it's because it wasn't available to you this... either at all or this early. It looks familiar. I think I did use it. Hard to say without, you know, watching my own videos. Oh, no, sea monkey, no. I swear one of these guys is gonna, like, steal my oxygen tank when I most need it. There we go. This is what we were hoping for.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I don't know what to do about a crash fish, honestly. I kind of just soak it and just accept the fact that it's gonna get me. He's like nests.
Warning. Passing 100 meters.
A sea monkey nest. Okay.
Efficiency decreased.
That's not threatening. Don't want to spend too much time down here because it's gonna get me killed. I have to be careful. Calaverite outcrop. We got all sorts of different outcrop types.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Those are important because they all have different dice rolls of what resources might be in them. No! No! Oh, you punk. Come here. Okay, I think I fought him off. I think you can fight him off. I'm like, do not take my air bladder from me. I need it to live through the next few minutes. Seconds? Whoa. The fuck? It's so dark. I guess maybe it just already was this dark? Yeah, maybe it was already this dark. Maybe it was just that it's just comparatively vibrant down here. So I was really caught off guard by how it was just black when I got back. You know what? I think we're done here, actually. Let's take some samples. Just in case I need them. We'll do some crafting and lore reading. And, you know... No. What can I scan here? It's not working. Fuck you! You! Oh, you're the biggest, punkiest ass of them all. There they go. Okay. Make me not die. Sup? You can't see anything when that happens. Every time I breach, the screen is just noise. Okay, let's get back to base. I got the sulfur. I got creepvine chunks of both variants, so we should be good on whatever I need. It's not always easy to remember the difference between which one's the fiber and which one's the rubber from those things, but I have both, so we're good. Just need to avoid these freezy guys that'll try to kill me here. There's the surface. Alright, so we already know that if I get around like 350 away from this spot, once the distance is getting that high, I am already at risk of being attacked by whatever the fuck is out there. So we're gonna want to stay within 300 for a while and see what we can get. But if I run out of stuff to find, then I gotta go deeper.
Alterra beacon signature detected. Unique identifier.
Ah.
Delta Station dock.
Delta Station. This is the place Lil mentioned in her message.
A beacon. Okay. That'll lead us somewhere. There's our wiring kit. Did I really not find enough copper? We have gold and sulfur. Did I not get enough seed clusters for that or something? Okay, there's a second copper here. That's good. Where was it? Deployables. There's my beacon I can make. There's the sea glide, but I don't have the recipe yet. It's just we know it exists. Same thing for the grav trap. Copper plus titanium. So a simple copper titanium combo gives me access to beacons, which I can use to start actually labeling where things are I find, and then I can start actually having any kind of internal map in my brain of what's going on. And by an internal one, I mean mostly an external one, but yeah. Have any ability to actually tell where we are and where stuff is compared to me, besides just the one place I'm in right now. Okay, so that's good. So with the progress we made, I can remove this from my go-to, and I can remove this. Don't know if I want to do an air pump. It's tempting. I could use an air pump to explore deeper and deeper into that cave. Part of the issue, though, is that we're already hitting the limit of how far down I can breathe. The decreased efficiency gets us in some trouble. The Pathfinder tool deploys holographic Pathfinder discs used to map a way back out of caves. Oh, this is like a breadcrumb trail. Something that's useful because it lets you explore a really deep, worrying cave without having to worry about getting lost. Because you have a path back out. Still the kind of thing that I wouldn't necessarily use. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that this playthrough. Use a floating air pump and a Pathfinder tool to explore deep into one of these caves. Could come in handy. Maybe there's something cool down there. I think that was maybe one of the failings of the ooh. Computer chip requires table coral. I don't have a use for a computer chip yet, do I? But yeah, from what I remember the last game, I feel like one of the failings of it might have been the fact that these tools existed before, but they weren't necessarily ever necessary. Having a unnerving cave labyrinth that's maybe too small for a vehicle to reasonably navigate. So you have to use it, so you have to go through it via breathing tubes and that thing. Like, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe they did that this time. I guess we'll find out. Maybe I have too much titanium. You know what? I don't think I do anything else with silver. So let's turn that silver into a harness wiring thing too. It's more space efficient. Yeah, I'm getting into trouble with titanium now. I have too much titanium. More than I can ever do anything with. I have all this salt. I have snowballs that I'm not even sure what I would do with. I have these bulbs that I also don't know what to do with. Could use more storage space, but I also need to figure out what to do with some of these items that I just don't think we're going to have much use for a while here. Just throw them back into the ocean. Yeah, we're running into space problems. Okay. We can craft more storage also. I haven't even made one of those yet. Funnily enough, that requires titanium. So that'll help us burn through some of that. Yeah, and you have to throw these out into the water. These are funny because they just sit here out in the open. It's a waterproof locker. Oopsie. We'll at least be able to put some things in here as I start to run out of space. I'll try to stop picking up salt. Try to remember that. Not pack up, use. There we go. I think it'll stop trying to let me just pick it up. Oopsie. I just threw them on the ground. Yeah, I don't want to pick it up. I want to use it. There we go. Hey, I picked up exactly the number that would fit in there. Alright, so that's got titanium and salt. Titan Salt. Rad, bro. Cool name. Alright. And you're gonna be my dumpster full of trash. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry, nature. Ooh. No. Oh, hey, copper. And titanium's here to disappoint me again. Are you table coral? Nope, you're nothing. You're nothing to me.
Oxygen.
These are kind of like high volume items usually for food and stuff, so it's good to keep them elsewhere, I think. Lead quartz. That can be a category, I guess. Lead quartz. Alright. Could have done with one more letter, but it's fine. Just something to do with this, but we already can't put all of my titanium in here. It's fine. It's fine. This is temporary, crappy solutions. We'll eventually have something better. Alright, let's catch up on some of the story stuff. Ooh, the beacon. Let's label you... I don't know about blue, because it's a little hard to see. Green. Green for home. Delta shock dot. Or red for maybe dangerous. Let's go with that. Alterra. Delivery status report.
Ah, jeez. These sea monkeys are gonna get me in trouble. This is the third shipment that those buggers have gotten their weird little hands into. Now we're running low on flares, and I'm gonna have to search nearby nests for stolen cargo. They're lucky they're kinda cute. Raccoons of the sea, those ones.
They're lucky they're kind of cute, and also we're lucky that they're not a threat so far, at least. Mostly. Okay, so that would have been from the place I got supplies from last episode, and we got some of our starting recipes. That was that. That's some context for why that stuff's just kind of around. Equipment. The All Environment Protection Suit. You're currently wearing the AEP Mark III Beta. Latest all-environment suit is stronger, warmer, and more lightweight than ever. Onboard communications and heads-up display, biometric monitoring and feedback, slimline build for maximum freedom of movement, 5/4mm neoprene layer supports aquatic activity at nearly any temperature, rated for outdoor use of temperatures above -°C. So delightfully comfortable, you'll forget it even exists. Please don't pee in our suit. A property of XenoWorks must be returned at termination of employment. Can be purchased from company for 1 credit for accounting reasons. Got our handheld scanner, the Pathfinder tool. Not much of a thing there. These aren't the most exciting thing yet. Surprising number of things just kind of start off in here, even ones we don't know about yet. Minerals galore.
I was a little nervous about dropping into an unknown area, but luckily, this biome seems to have an abundance of minerals I can use for tools and upgrades. I didn't want another situation like Bazantos 5. When XenoWorks dropped me off, there were barely any resources. I survived off the land for 3 months with just a knife, my lucky PDA, and some rope. I am still kind of proud of that, though.
Sounds like a boring video game, though. Glad we're not playing that one.
Some of the wildlife down here is very grabby. If I didn't know better, I'd say they're after my supplies.
Oh, they went for your stuff.
In goes a battery and titanium, out comes a scanner. Every xenobiologist's favorite tool. This planet has some fascinating flora and fauna, and I can't wait to learn about them. This will also give me access to a greater tool set. I'm assuming Alterra left behind tech that I can scan for blueprints. That should make surviving and exploring out here a bit easier. Don't worry, Sam. I haven't forgotten I'm here for you. But it can't hurt to do a little research on the side, right? I know you would have done the same. I will find out what happened to you. I promise.
So we have a journaling character. I believe our previous character was voiceless and basically faceless, except for the fact that there was like promotional artwork that showed their face. This time we are a distinct character with personal stakes beyond just what the player's gut reaction would be of like, oh god, I gotta survive, I'm here, bad, I'm crashed. This time around, we have specific motivations, we have a specific voice. That'll be a different flavor. Carnivores. We already have 4? The crass fish, this little bastard that was attacking me. This unusual species has developed an emergency defense mechanism based on mutually assured destruction. Not really a defense mechanism, is it? Feels like it just fucking dies. Forward-mounted eye. Enables the creature to identify and track potential predators. Sulfur plant. The sulfur plant has evolved to feed on sulfuric compounds secreted by the cradlefish, which makes its nest within its leaves. Stronger, more protective plants provide superior nesting grounds, which in turn provide the plant with more nutrients from larger crash fish. So yeah, that's the only way to get sulfur that I know of, is to get past a crash fish, which usually just means getting hit by them, because I don't know if I can really outrun one It usually doesn't feel worth it. If I'm healthy on my other meters, speaking of which, usually my health just kind of works out. I don't remember. Does my health regenerate at full food and water over time, or do I have to take care of that medically? Hopefully I won't need too much sulfur. Defense mechanism. Concentrations of sulfur build up in the organism over time. If the cradlefish collides with something at sufficient speed, the spikes on its torso are impacted, triggering an explosive chemical reaction. Assessment. Equip stasis rifle, repulsion cannon, or similar before approaching shallow caves. Yeah, I've got those, so... Brine wing. This bastard. It's like hypercooling going on or something? It's like an evil hummingbird. A medium-sized predator known to spit supercooled salt water to freeze its prey from afar. A large bladder on the brine wing's underside fills with seawater as it swims. Some water is filtered out through an internal membrane, leaving behind a strong saline solution. Two flat, transparent, extendable fins act as radiators, releasing heat and cooling the bladder's contents. The brine wing can then contract its bladder, expelling the supercooled brine and freezing the seawater up to several meters away from it. While warm-blooded lifeforms may suffer minor injuries on contact with brine, it is not cold enough to freeze most vertebrates. The real danger is being helplessly encased in a block of ice, sinking ever closer towards the brine wing's jaws. Alright, didn't love that. Assessment, beware a full bladder. Sounds like peeing, but I think they're talking about that, obviously, when it inflates and it's ready to attack you. Still probably not the biggest threat. I don't think one of them even successfully hit me yet. Oh, the penguins are carnivores. Oh god. Look at those teeth. They don't seem to come after me so far, but yeah. Real life penguins, the insides of their beak is just terrifying looking. Like the razor. But I think their tongue and their beak just has kind of a terrifying appearance to it. They probably don't penguins eat fish? It's like they probably just shred them. Bird-like creatures. Hunts small fish below the water. Someone's getting destroyed right outside here. Huddles in packs on the ice above. Consumes small prey fish and regurgitates them for its young. Retractable tail and claws allow for fast evasion of predators underwater and maximum grip on the ice. Sharp teeth concealed inside the beak can tear chunks out of aggressors and prey alike. Huddles in packs on the surface for protection against the cold. Assessment. Less cuddly than they look. Yep. Everything's worse than it looks in these places.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
It's not necessarily true, actually. It's probably more that the, honestly, like, maybe it's probably because I'm just a really cautious coward the whole time, but I had pretty few deaths the first time around. In fact, I struggle to remember any deaths in my entire playthrough of the first game. They're more likely to be from water than from predators, as it turns out. A bit of a bummer that you can't pause time to read these things, so I always have to manage my meters afterwards. The symbiote. A small, fast predator which nests inside the hull of the Titan hullfish and defends them at all costs. Oh, it defends the Titan hullfish. Okay. So it wasn't a coincidence that I saw them together. It actually protects it, and it nests inside of it, which is kind of gross. Symbiotes feed mostly on overconfident predators which attack the Titan hullfish. I mean, it's like a sunfish, and sunfish are so fucking stupid and sad that you just see them like swimming around with like bites taken out of them because they can't really do any kind of special movement or have any defenses. It's like a giant meat cracker. I don't know how they exist and how they ever happened. Expending huge energy reserves to move quickly and strike their targets, the symbiote is dependent on receiving additional warmth and oxygen from the Titan hullfish. Symbiotes lay their eggs inside the gills of the Titan hullfish. The waste left behind is absorbed by the Titan, constituting all the nutrients it needs to survive. Thing each sats around being nested in and eating poop. Or it means the waste of the eggs. Still, what a little existence. Assessment. Catch or neutralize to approach the Titan hullfish. Well, they do not... They reliably come up with entertaining characters, that's for sure. Next episode? I don't know. We'll look into the recipes I've found or that. Oh, it's 600 away. That's not what I want to hear. I was only 300 away when we encountered the bad. God damn it. Okay. Okay.